Hello Mr. Otos, hello chat.
Hello! I know you can hear us. Yeah, I can hear you guys. Sorry, I was just trying to fix something, but oh, that's what's wrong. I still have it set to Minecraft. It was giving me an error when I was trying to do something. Makers and crafting. That's what's wrong. Hello, everybody. Hello. Roman, thank you so much for 6 months in advance. Thank you. Hello. Guys. Big announcement. Why'd you take so many pictures of me? Does that really need to be answered? Burn, thank you so much for the tier 2. Appreciate you for evidence. I know. Welcome home, friend. Oak, your stuff is being shipped this week, by the way. It has been put aside, my friend. Devious, thank you so much for the tier 1.
It's already been 2 months.
Yeah, dude, time flies. Guys, give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna get some water really quick. My throat's a little dry now that I'm talking. 1 moment. Would you guys like to do a meetup roundup? Does that even make sense? A little meetup roundup? Or is that what it's called? Meetup something?
Hey cutie, welcome home.
Thank you, dude, Regalicious. Thank you so much, bro. It was nice seeing you again, man. Zany, what's up, man? Thanks for 20 months, bro. Thank you. A recap? Yeah, meetup. Recap. Dude.
So nice. I bet you eat rocks on purpose.
I got
every
no
day.
sleep last night.
I know you do, because we all do.
Yeah,
Scientifically,
we all do.
ice cubes are rocks. Frozen water is a naturally occurring, inorganic solid with a definite chemical composition and a crystal structure. All of this means is that because liquid water is a fluid form of a rock, liquid water is a kind of lava. All of this runs against our normal understanding of the word lava, but what are you gonna do? Cry about it? Go ahead. Get lava all over your face. See if I care.
Love you, Zany. I hope things are well. Seems like Zany did find some lava. Alright. Thank you again, man. So, dude, my flight was so delayed, but I did have one of the prettiest flights home ever. So I'm not going to complain too much. Jet, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Work. If I get fired, I'm invoicing you. Nice haircut, BTW.
Thanks, man. Here, let's go through some pictures, shall we? Would you guys like to go through photos? Here, let's window capture it. Photo time?
What if Alex gets interrupted one more time? Looking relaxed.
I'm super relaxed. I cannot complain. Alright, let's go through some pictures. This is a really big screen. Hold on, let me shrink down this particular window. This is kind of too big. Hold up. Alright, so October meetup in Novel Keys. I almost feel like we should go from the bottom up, but it's okay. I took a lot of photos this time. Usually I never take photos. Thank you, Fat Dad. I appreciate the tier 2. Some people will unfortunately have face reveals, but 'tis the nature of going to meetups. So first of all, we have the Omni type table. Anything cool? This was cool. Unfortunately, I took more... Your article has a typo? Oh shit. Okay, I'll fix that later. Unfortunately, I took more artsy-fartsy stuff, so you can't really see all the names, that's my bad. But, some beautiful boards. There's Mr. Sterling. Little Sterling action. Here, we'll go through like this. This might be easier. We have a Bauer Light. Bro took so many pictures of the Omni-type table. Okay, you know what, dude? It's been like 7 photos. This Adam guy. Dude, it was so good. Honestly, guys, I strongly recommend going out to some of these events. I had such a good time. Dude, such a blast going there. Adam is just mad you didn't take pictures of his board. Did I not? I swear to God, I might have. We had Clever's table. You didn't? I looked. Well, what are you supposed to do? There's the Enzo I built. Where are the Razor Huntsmans at? These are really good questions. I believe there actually was a Razor somewhere or something. There were some older boards. This was cool. This was clever. Do you guys see this particular person right over here? Do you guys see this particular person right over here? That is Adam. Wearing the Mechanical Keyboard Club. That is Mr. Adam. Or Avo, I'll let you guys decide. It was really, dude, it was such a good time. I think this is legitimately one of the best novel keys meetups ever. And I feel like I might say that every year. Crummy, thank you so much for gifting this sub, bro.
G4 Crummy gifted a tier 1 sub to sir_no0ob.
It was so good. It was such a good time. There was some exclusive stuff. So, this was interesting. I think this table had to be one of the more interesting come-ups in keyboards. Since the very first project, I think, didn't end up doing so well. But this table was really cool. In particular, I'll show you guys more in detail when there's a closer photo. But this was a really cool table. There's some more interesting products. More bespoke, if anything, if you want to call it that. We had some screwdrivers at the event. I was skeptical after the presentation, but I messed with the configs and it sounded pretty good. Yeah, I agree. It did sound pretty good. Who is this handsome devil? This is Riley. We had some cool Novel Keys products. I haven't fully gone through all the photos other than to quickly export and edit them, like ever so slightly, so. These were interesting. Very, very expensive table. We had a little Seneca action as well. Spheres, yes. I wonder who this handsome man is. Look at this handsome devil. I got to meet Bull for the first time. And a bunch of other really awesome people. But this is Bull. Daddy Geoff. Look at Mr. Geoff over here. Then we met Mr. Bull. Then we have Mr. Yonkar. If you guys have ever had a Yonkar PCB. You have a board with him but you've never met? Nope. First time. A transparent PCB, which was interesting. This one here, oddly enough, I was surprised this works. You're taller than Bull? Oh, bro, absolutely not. I am not taller than Mr. Bull. Who's this guy? I'm definitely not taller than him. I didn't know he was coming until the day before. And apparently it was like a last minute thing even for him, so. No, Hoffman was the tallest, easily. But he's the tallest every year, so we're really surprised. Mr. Glarses was there. Some little announcements. Yeah, I have a picture of Hoffman towards the end. Oh! I don't know if Regalicious is still in chat. Pause one moment. This is the only loot I really brought home from the meetup. I already opened this like twice because I was looking at it and staring at it, but... Dude, I need you guys to like hold this. It's so heavy. It's so beautiful. It is the keycap pullers. Like it's you can tell it's bottom heavy. This is the keycap pullers to end all keycap pullers. But Reggie was selling these things, and dude, these are beautiful. They're absolutely incredible. They're a work of art. If you guys, I don't think, okay, I actually don't know how he's doing his business model. He told me, but I think it's kind of just, you have to ask. I love him. He's a friend. Is this a plug? Kinda. If you guys are interested, I don't even know if he has a website or anything, but it's you can't see, but it's called Turnt Wood. You can just message him. I actually don't know how he's doing it. They vary, NACA, but there are some different ones that he has. So you can even see from like this little thing here, there's some with resin. I have another one of his somewhere over there on my little shelf, but yeah, he's on Instagram. If you guys want them, I don't think he's gonna do a store. This is kind of just if you know, you know. You know? So these are the coolest thing. I would say truly these were the stars of the show product wise. Nothing else competes. Nothing else competes at all. Well, this bowl was pretty sick too. But yeah, anyways. There's the man himself. I know you're still going to use your fingers. I probably will. Oh, here's my other one. Literally, I use it. No, I use everything, man. Look, it's in my toolbox right here. That's my other one from... Actually, these are a little different this time around.
Those are super cool, and I wanted to steal that bowl in EU.
Man, thank you so much for the tier 1. Oh, man. I have $500, you'll win, but then I realized I'm not a jockey. Bud, he's 4'2", by the way. Me? I don't know what size I am. Jesus, dude. I didn't try this. I kept meaning to try this, and then I got distracted every single time. Mr. Glorses again. Look at this board of just beautiful keyboards, by the way. Okay, I also want to give credit to something as well. Two things. This is a two-part thing. First of all, everyone brought such amazing keyboards. More importantly, everyone was super amazing. Like, people were just super amazing showing up at the meetup. I think this is one of the more diverse meetups in terms of like keyboards, as well as what felt like such a good group of people. Like, I've been to a bunch of meetups now. I haven't been to like the most meetups in the world, but like I've been to plenty, and this had to be one of the best, if not the best meetup experience. So, beautiful, awesome. It was amazing. I do want to go to Keep Life eventually. Yeah, just the atmosphere. Like, you can really sense out how awesome everyone is. There's Mike in the background. You know, we had GMK Andy. Christoph, who is the CEO of GMK, was there as well. I did meme. I did. There was a picture from earlier. There's Glarses again. There's Horatio in the background. Oh, we're doing birthday music now? Hold on. We need to skip. Get out of here. This is the best picture of the whole entire meetup. I have physical proof that Avo and Adam are not the same people. We kind of look related, not gonna lie. We have physical proof that they are not the same human being. Joey, what's up, man? This water's hidden right now. It says Sora AI. Where? I left that on. Best photo of the meetup. This was cool to see. I haven't seen an Icky Aurora in so long. That was fun. There was something else really cool. There's Fresh. Just an awesome experience. Look at all the keyboards and the people. Dude, it was so good. It's a beautiful venue too. Absolutely stunning venue. We had a Matrix NOS. I was surprised to see this actually. Because I didn't even know they were out yet. That was pretty too. I like this one here. We had is this a hippo? Yeah, it's a hippo. Such a sick venue? Yeah. The Geist was cool. This particular Geist was cool to see. I was also shocked this showed up at the meetup because it's so heavy. Artisans. I think this tray was probably the most valuable thing in the entire... Pure money-wise, I think condensed dollar amount, this had to be the most expensive thing, which was crazy. Yeah, and then this was cool to see. Kind of want this keycap set now after seeing it in person. Fresh's sweater is pretty sick. Dude, it was so cool. He has good style. He has drip. Check Discord. Oh, yes. Hold on, I'll show that afterwards. I have so many selfies with people, but I don't have that in this one here. This was cool. Okay, I thought this was such a neat way to display the keyboards. Someone made a GameCube keyboard. Amazing. Really cool, although it's missing one of the keycaps. Then, a Super Nintendo themed keyboard. Which, oh, I guess they took off the keycap to show the switches. That's probably what they did. And then a Game Boy. I thought this was so cool. This was like probably one of the most neat displays of like how someone modded something. Really, really liked this. I didn't get to see whose boards this were. We have Tim, Max Voltar. Parked in with a license plate SNS? Really? Damn. We have Riley again. This was cool to see too. There's actually, on this table, I took a photo of it. I thought this was super cute. I really liked this one moment, but I have a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks. So keep an eye open, maybe? A Rukia. I thought this was hilarious seeing this. So this is an OG Rukia, not the Rukia V2 that never got made. This was... I traded a puller for some future embroidered caps from him. Really? Dude, how much are those going to be? Do you know? Those embroidered ones were so cute, by the way. Then we had some of the panels, which were really, really fun. So, Artifact panel. I thought this was a really well done panel. Then we have Mr. Mike in the background with Youngos and Riley. Just went with wares for wares. My kind of transaction. Dude, I get you. The PowerPoint was insane. Yeah, this was a really good PowerPoint. It didn't take itself too seriously, which was awesome. This was cool. they're doing 3D printed gaskets. They're going to include gaskets that are not 3D printed. But I thought this was neat because they truly did work differently. And just, they're going to open source it so you can basically make your own gaskets and 3D print them. And like, depending on the design, it changes the whole way the gasket works. I thought this was a very refreshing take on some gaskets. And they even had a demo to show how they all worked. I was hella skeptical. I played with this thing for like 5 to 10 minutes and I was like, oh, this actually works very different. It's kind of like an evolution of lattice blocks, yes. But just literally these different shapes interact it as like different suspension bridge type things. And it was an interesting way to demo this, but it was so cool. We have an aerial view. Just look at this venue, man. I think this is one of the better photo sets I've ever taken of a meetup, by the way. I wanted to take more. I think this ends up being like 160 plus photos, but I took 300, but there's a lot of duplicates. Taking a photo of Pars, crazy timing. Yeah, that was crazy timing. I think I'm touching Jeff's board here. Looks very cool. Yeah, this was super, super cool. Aerial view of Omni type. Look at this. Look how awesome this is. I had it on auto grid, but I wasn't afraid of getting some high ISO. Mr. Bowl. Good evening, chat. Sir Alexander, man of the keyboards. Hi, Resident. How are you doing, my friend? Hold on, did I don't know if I have, 1 second guys, let me just check something quick. Did I not start my live stream on YouTube? Oh, I did. Okay. It says poor connection again. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Whatever, I give up. I am not gonna concern myself with YouTube's thing anymore. Alright. This was 1500 gram springs. That was my words per minute, 20. I fucking stunk with these. We had another panel for some designers. I got 21, not even lying. It was so difficult. Cyber, you should. It's such a good time. Some designers. There's Mr. Horatio looking badass as per usual. Mr. Garrett. Sterling. Max Voltar. And Mr. Riley. And then that was someone in the audience answering a question. And hold on, there's a good one. And then everyone gave each other a group hug and Riley's little feetsies going up in the air. It was cute. Good moment. Excellent moment. He's floating. Yeah. Alex's signature orange shorts. No. So then we had some giveaways. This is during the giveaway. There is, hold on, I think it's in the next photo. Hold on, no, not this one. Excellent mustache, by the way. This one, that's Hoffman. He is gigantic. You can actually tell probably better in this photo. He literally towers above everybody, and he's in the back. So let that sink in. Let that sink in how tall that man is. And just lots of fun giveaways with some people winning some stuff. Dude, it was such a good time. Let me skip through some of the giveaways. I almost bought Retrowave off of him. Oh, really? Dude, Retrowave's a good set. Man's like 6'9", not even memeing. I think around that, yeah. Did Adam win anything? No. He won a good time, though. He just had a good... And then there's some random shot I thought was cute. And then we walked to a breakfast place the next day. This is the view of the breakfast place. Crazy. And then me and Glarsis and one of his teammates were walking around the next day because we stayed the Sunday and we didn't really have a whole hell of a lot to do. So we stumbled upon this place that had some live animals, some birds, and some owls and stuff. This was the coolest thing ever. And then the airport, and then my delays started, and I was in the airport for fucking... I got there at like 8:30 or 9:30, and I didn't take off until 6 o'clock almost. So I was doing nothing in the airport. But this was my view home, so I thought that was pretty. It was the whole time, it was just the sun setting. It was... I have way more photos of this, but I only put 2, but... When did you get the haircut? Oh, before I left. Which airline? Air Canada. But yeah, crazy delays. Not gonna lie, I was getting kind of frustrated. But they did get some new restaurants in the Pittsburgh airport, so I guess there's that. But yeah, oh my god, it was crazy. No, it was mechanical issues. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my recap of the time there. I don't know. I had a good time. I hope everyone else who attended had a good time. I'll be also going to the Toronto meetup on the 15th. I'm debating what I want to do to capture that one there. I'm thinking photos, but at least go back in and at least to go in and back. Glad you liked it. Thanks for taking us through. Thanks, HJ. I just hope everyone enjoyed the pictures, you know. It was amazing. I don't think the photos even do it justice. I tried my damnedest to be literally behind the camera like all day, but great time. Absolutely insane time. Have you seen the leaks of the QK65? Yes, I have seen the leaks. Check Discord. So nice.
Can we meet up in a fancy candlelit restaurant at midnight in a rainy city?
Jeez, man. That sounds romantic. I'll take it. I will let you know, Adam. I'll look for them. Looking sharp today? What the hell? Me? Oh, I did buy these. This is the only thing I bought other than keyboards. Some field notes in little birds that I thought were cute. So, this was super cool. Like the hair? Thanks, guys. Okay. So, I guess we can jump into building things, but I also kind of just want to vibe a little bit. Yeah, from the place with the birds. That was the funniest part. I missed you guys all weekend. I mean, I saw some people on the weekend that are in this chat right now, but it was a lonely weekend without you guys. How is everyone? What did everyone do this weekend? I went to a protest on Saturday in Mechanical Keyboard Club shirt. Really? Hell yes, I love that. Actually, there was the protest that happened as we passed too. Airport security was like easy to go through. No one was in it. More Cobblemon? Hell yes. Drove, slept, ate. Did you buy Adam food? Oh shit. No, honestly, I had no time to do anything. I was like pretty much glued behind my camera taking photos the entire weekend. Hung out with some nerds this weekend. Same. Alex Donowald me? Okay, you know what there, buddy? Was looking at pics earlier. Is there a store with where Turnt would keep... no, it's on Instagram. Although, I actually don't even know if I follow Mr. Regulish's Instagram for that. But I would check out Turnt Wood on Insta. If you guys, again, great dude. But yeah, these are... You'd have to DM him to get them, so... Is Leica a good point and shoot? No, I would not use it. I mean, the Q series, perhaps. I was using this all weekend. This was my camera of choice. It was just easier. So, I didn't want to bring the Leica, because that means I would have to actually, like, shoot a different style, which I don't think works really well for, like, quick event shooting. Or maybe it would have. I don't know. But last time I brought the Leica, it's a different vibe for me. Like, I'm a bit slower with it. So I just kind of want to, like, run and gun photos. You know? But yeah, that's really it. All right. It's Hellcat time. Day 95 of Alex. Oh, I should update that. I have so many photos to update that with. I'm impressed you kept Adam from hijacking the camera. No, I didn't have to worry about that. All right, well, Hellcat time. This one's from Owl Labs. Little FYI, this is a raffle, which I am shocked that they're doing a raffle for this. So if you guys are curious, I have a link to the Notion, but there's also I can link you guys the raffle page as well.
4 months, let's go. What was the board you remember the most from the NK event?
I didn't take a photo of it, but it was a keyboard where if you flipped it over, it was a music keyboard. So it was a dual purpose keyboard. It was a mechanical keyboard on one side and then an actual piano on the other. I wish I took pictures of it, but I got pulled away every single time, so. Okay. Hellcat Alice Mech 01. It's not $10,000. I don't know why they put $10,000 on the website. Like, it really matters if you have it sold out. Like, I don't understand why they did that. There's not many units from what I understand. We'll go through it all. But essentially, this is supposed to be a play of, well, not a play. It's supposed to be an upgrade, or I don't even know how they're trying to word this, but they're basically saying that it's a kind of an update or re-envisioning or reimagining of the Spring. If you guys remember that board, which I think the Spring needed a reimagining. It is a very Matrix-esque kind of styling. I would even go as far as to say is maybe a little bit even more busy than Matrix. But from the photos I saw, it actually does look pretty good. And we'll see here in a moment too. It has some plate options. It has some PCB options, kind of your normal stuff. It has a tented angle of 4 degrees, a typing angle of 7, an inner rotation of 9 degrees. It's a beautiful board. There's about 4 different colors. There is a spray-coated gray, a dark gray anno, a baby pink anno, which is really cool, and a silver. I know, they always spoil the colors they send me. But the keyboard, I believe, is 580, if memory serves. Let me double check. Yeah, 580. And then if you want extras, it's extra PCBs. They're $46 each, which is about normal. So 580, I don't think that's out of the norm for something like this. You guys will see why. It is only gonna be raffle. So you have to enter a raffle, which again, if you guys want that, I can give you guys at the end of the stream. I think it's in the Notion page. Pretty sure. But it's not purchased via their website like normal. Now, first things first. This, by far, and I have not opened it, is one of the coolest looking boxes I have ever seen for a keyboard. It is very, very neat. Jesus, what's rattling on my desk? It has this like strap. Dude, it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, it's hefty. It's neat. They got this like pixel display of the keyboard. It's cool. And then they got this like little strap on. Well, you guys can't see right now, but hold on. Let me switch. Strap on this side, and then they got like a little latch mechanism on this side. Is it showing in the camera? Look at that. So that's the box. There's nothing on the bottom. The thing is, I think it's okay. Hear me out. When we're talking about like a low MOQ raffle for something like this, and it's only 580, again, I think 580 is very fair for what you're getting here. We'll look at it. I don't think 580 is a bad price right off the rip here. And then I also think like, I don't know how well this board would have done outside of having a small MOQ. You know? Dude, Donda, how you doing, man? Long time. Alright, let's open this thing up. This is like metal, by the way, guys. This is like heavy duty feeling. This is so cool. How does this open now? Actually, should I remove the strap for now? Yeah, hold on. Let me take out the strap. 1 second, guys. It's actually a belt. It probably is, which is still really cool. All right, so, ooh, it's a very hefty box. Look at that. All right, camera, please. Please remove the decorative parts on the top first, then remove the 4 bottom case screws, 1 at each corner, lay the keyboard flat, and then remove... Okay, well, this is just disassembly. Okay. So... guess we'll take that out first. Actually, we can just leave this over here. Whoa! Actually, if it comes with this wrist rest, which I'm going to double check... This is cool. Not that I care for wrist rests all that much, but it does come with it. That's crazy. So that's I mean, again, $580 for this is not looking too bad, considering this is a low MOQ product. Are these stabs? I don't know. These are just accessories and stuff. All right, I'm gonna move the accessories over. I would have loved to maybe see a hard shell case, but I'm not pressed too much because this is a hefty box, so... Oh, this is nice, actually. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Look at this. This is pretty. This is definitely giving me Matrix vibes. Okay, I'm going to make this very clear. I've seen Matrix-esque boards. I think this gives me a little bit of Matrix, but I think this is a little bit more over the top. Just a smidge in certain areas, but then not as over the top on something on the bottom. Very cool, though. This is pretty. I am vibing with this right away. Internals look good. Let's unbox this. So this is a better version of the Neo Ergo. I guess we'll see. I love all this visible hardware, by the way, guys. It's like a Mad Max version of the Neo Ergo. Kinda. Ooh, this red in the front's really nice, too. This is like anti-ASMR. You know what there, buddy? Hi, Garrison. How you doing? Neo Ergo, very hard on the top. I don't think this is a better version of the spring either. I mean, we'll see. Ooh. So wait, where are those little ears? I think these are right here. I think there's a few different colors you get, so... No worries, Naka. You have a good one. Oh, no. This is... Oh, there's different things here. So they give you just like little caps you can put on, it looks like, but I want the ears. Because this is the Hellcat after all. And then we'll go through some of the aesthetics. Interesting. What do you guys think? Honest thoughts. If you guys are not into the aesthetic, I also understand, but this is... I'm liking it. How much horsepower does it have? Bro, I know. I do like that. That's cool. That's cool, actually. I do think that's dope. It's not my style, but I can see why it would appeal to people. Yeah, I agree. Boxster, we missed you, dude. I missed you guys, too. Trip was good. I cannot complain. I think it was really fun being with everyone at the meetup. Truly, like, I'm blessed that I was even able to go this year. But super cool. Don't skip this song this time. Why do I want to listen to this? It's not for me, man. I'm skipping. I'm sorry, man. Alright. Yeah, you don't have to put the ears on. You can. They have little covers for those if you don't want them. There's a piece of plastic over this, which I'll remove afterwards. I like the machining they used for the Hellcat word. Almost looks like little jewels. I love the visible screws everywhere, man. Okay, I cannot stress enough how much all this visible hardware makes this keyboard look so dope. I like the top more than I like the bottom. Like, even the fact that there's hardware here is so cool. Damn. The ears? Okay, you have to be a little careful with them so you don't knock them over when you play around with the board. But they're lightly magnetic. So it looks like we have a screen here. We have a daughter board down there. You can't really see it, but there's the daughter board. We have a ribbed internal. We also have some pogo pins, as you guys can kind of see. Don't exactly know what this part is or if it's supposed to be something, but it looks like it's a plug for something. I am not too sure, though. It could be like a little dot matrix kind of display. Cool. This makes me think, imagine a board with speakers that plays car engine noises. Jeez. Can you imagine? That would be hilarious. All right. This is cool. This is really dope. This is, I think, one of the better over-the-top designs I've seen. I really like this. It does give a bit of a cutie vibe because of the little horns. If you take off the horns, it doesn't. It just looks very like mecha. But this kind of gives it a little bit of like a. This gives it a little ooh-woo. You know what I mean? It has a very small tent, yes, as you can kind of see. It's a very, very light tent. Mecha ooh-woo? Dude, I know. This would be actually sick for Darling. Alright, so what else did this come with? We had the little caps, which you don't have to use the horns. You can just put these on. So what's this? We'll go through it all now. Actually, again, I don't really use wrist rests too much. I don't really care about wrist rests. I'm going to put it over here. It's never been my thing. I'm not sure about region locks. I didn't even realize that was a thing. Let me double check something really quick. Did they mention anything about region locks? The raffle is... No, it didn't say anything about region locks to me. It might be North America, but it looks like I'm able to enter it if I want. Alex leaking DMs? Is there a DMs to leak? No, there's not. It's just me saying I'm going to stream the board today. I like how I went back and checked. Alright, what's this? Holy Discord notifications? I'm just going to switch screens. Yes. Making me feel a little bit. Oh, a verification card. Very pretty. I'll put that back for now. Stop bullying. These look like a mix of accessories for the PCB for LEDs, it seems. Alright, so let's put this back in there. What else do we got? More accessories. Please tell me stabilizers. Stabs. Nice. Alright, so we get some stabs with this. And then there was the one other box which I put over here. Thoughts on Topper? I love Topper, Jocelyn. It's so nice. It's something that I used to not really vibe with, but now as more stuff comes out and I'm able to justify it more for myself and mod it more for myself, I'm loving it. Okay. So, what do we got here? Whoa. Whoa, indeed. I'm guessing this is some sort of gasket for this. Interesting. Topra? Topper. Topra? Whatever. It's endgame? No, this keyboard isn't $10,000. Honestly, dumb move on their part to put it as $10,000. It's a raffle. It's actually $580. I think they just put a dummy price on it, but yeah, I guess they give you a discount code, which I feel like they could have just emailed you the buy link. You know what I mean? But I guess they made it more difficult for themselves. And then we have aluminum plates. Interesting. I don't know what we'll use today. If you pay $10K, do you auto win? I don't know, man. All right, we got some foam. This is the Hot Swap PCB, so I do believe... Actually, is there a difference between the 1.2 and 1.6? I think one had flex cuts, right? Yeah, this is the non-flex cut version. I low-key wouldn't mind if this was a foamy build, but I don't know what we want to do today. I'm undecided. They give you a shit ton of options for foam. Holy cow. So this one goes here. I feel like everyone's probably going to build this foamy though, so perhaps we do no foam or just foam on the bottom. Are those flex cuts? They are not. They're just designs, traces, not traces, but probably just like a silk screen pattern, but no flex cuts. Cool. All right, well, what plate do we want to use? I was going to give you guys an option for switches. I have SP Star switches, which I very lightly modded with just a little bit of extra 3203. Or we can do blue cheese switches. So, kind of the same color scheme, but your choice, everybody. I'll leave this up to you. Very matrixy looking board. Yeah, I do agree. I will admit, I low-key like this a bit more than some of the Matrix designs. I think it's all the visible screws that are doing it for me. I'm a big fan of visible screws. Not the blue cheese, please. Yeah, do we want a poll? Oh, it's up. Never mind. It's already up. Blue cheese versus SP Stars. You guys talking about cars? I know nothing about vehicles. I apologize, guys. I can't be part of this conversation. I'm so sorry. But you guys have fun. Follow music. What about right shift? So this is the Aero Alice style Matrix, or Matrix, jeez. We talk about Matrix so often. Owl Labs has been kind of known for doing this particular layout now. I don't mind it. I personally think it's fine. But I know some people don't really love the whole arrow key on their Alice, but Owl Labs has really been like sticking to it. Same with like all their, sub brands. So, talking classic cars actually. I sort of know that, kinda, not really. Blue cheese looks like it's winning, everybody. Oh man. But yeah, dude, I got home when I got home from the airport. It was so late. I was so tired. We ate dinner really quick. Then I tried to stay up a little bit to get some stuff done, and I promptly went to bed. I got home and my girlfriend was there, so that's why we ate dinner. She waited for me. She was very, very kind and waited. So, Is QWERTY Keys the sub round or Owl Lab? Well, Owl Labs I think is, I actually don't know who's what anymore, but I think Owl Labs is technically the creme de la creme, you know? So I think that's the top brand, and then everything else is a sub brand, but I don't know if technically QWERTY Keys now is the major brand. So, Pillow, thank you so much for the year of being here. When are you going to come out east? I really want to go to more meetups, man. I have the bug to go to more meetups now. I really wouldn't mind going. Judging by aesthetics alone, would you pick up this or the Enzo? Okay. Whoa. I think that's a very interesting comparison. Aesthetics alone, the Enzo is definitely up my alley more. But it's tough. Can I be honest? If I had $1,500 and you said pick some keyboards, I would, truth be told, I would pick both of these if I was into Alice boards, like a lot. I do think they're very different aesthetically, and I will say I really like this aesthetically. I love the way this is kind of paneled out. I love the way this looks. It has just a lot of nice features. The ammo's really good on it, so I'm really into this.
Hope you are well.
Hi, dude. Thank you very much for the 15 months. This is the Falqua. Easily this. I like the Falqua, don't get me wrong, but this is so much more my style. Like if I had to pick one of these kind of styles. Well, we said aesthetics only, Adam. If I had $1,500, I would get 2 Enzos, 1 MX, and 1 EC. Well, damn. Everyone has different answers. I think they're very different, though. They are nowhere close to being the same thing. Alright, let's disassemble these stabs and mod them. Oh my god, I hate disassembling stabs sometimes. I would go koi fishing. Some people do like their kohakus. How many... You know, Annette, I almost thought you said how many deli. And I was about to say, probably a lot of deli. I do like deli. When I say East, I mean Asia. Oh, I know, Nihon. I think, here's the truth of the matter, okay, guys? First of all, I want to go to Japan really badly because Japan has camera stores, and I think I would start my journey there. If I could, and I was in the position to do so, I would absolutely love to spend like a month abroad and just exploring things. I don't unfortunately have that luxury, but that would be a cool place to start. There's also a bunch of keyboard stores there, and then I would love to work my way to China and attend some of the meetups there as well. Because the meetups in China, bro, you guys think our meetups here are big? They are tiny in comparison to some of the stuff in Asia. They're pathetically small compared to some of the stuff that I've seen there. And the ones in Asia are crazy big. I don't know if Korea would be bigger than China for the keyboard meetup. Maybe. Although I don't remember how many people attended the one in Korea. But I've seen photos of some of the ones from China, and they're humongous. They're crazy. Yeah, Whiplash. Apparently Scrubs got... Well, I don't know the details, and I don't expect him to share his personal details, but apparently he had a bit of health emergency. He's fine. He's back and catching up, but he was in the hospital for a little bit. Yeah, he's catching up on orders right now. He's been active since... Congrats, Toronto fans. I don't watch sports. I don't know anything about sports. I'm not a sports guy. I'm a video game guy. We in the Discord were very worried for a few days. I mean, I was also worried. I was trying to reach out to him privately and being like, hey, is everything okay? You know, did something happen? Like, but I'm okay. I'm glad everyone's okay. Alright, let's start lubing some stuff. There it is. As a sports guy, I appreciate that you don't pretend to care when local teams win. Thank you. yeah, everyone's been coming to me saying that Toronto won, and listen, I don't want to jump on that train and say that I know and I care after suddenly not giving a shit for many, many years. So I don't know anything about sports. Nothing at all. Getting just Whiplash as a domain would probably cost a fortune. Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of domains that cost a lot. KeyGeek B1. I feel like I've tried the B1s, Rappa. I don't know Jack about sports also. Cheers. Yeah, I don't pretend to know either. Not even hockey. I sort of a little bit followed hockey when I was much, much younger, but to say that I'm a fan would be a complete lie to you. The only thing that I followed sports-wise more than hockey was a little bit of like European football, ever so slightly, for like 2 years, and then I got bored of it, and then I said, no, enough's enough. But not really someone who follows sports. I don't even follow esports, no. I know esports players because we're in kind of the same realm of Twitch streaming a little bit, but I don't really follow that either. This is not a dig, so don't take this as one. I am usually not one to care too much about esports or sports in general, simply because the moment I get interested in a sport, whether it's esports or regular sports or anything, I would rather have my try at doing the sport. And I get people who balance the both, and I get people who take one side over the other. But for me, it's usually I would like to go play the thing rather than watch the thing. And I've never really been able to truly get behind watching the thing. It's not usually my cup of tea. But we're all different, and that's okay. What is your avatar, Garrison? I cannot even see. It's so tiny for me. Is it a hockey card or something? Speed Trey, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Any $300 plus TKL Rex or anything you notice that's coming up? Yes, the Synovia. There was one at the Meetup. I think that's coming out soon. I think you'll like that. I would wait for it. Alex, I bought the KeyGeek Pumpkin and found them to be very sluggish. No, blue cheese is not sluggish. I wonder if it's maybe a palm thing or something for that particular one. Did they overlube it? Interesting. That's fair, I guess. I grew up playing sports, and now that I can't anymore, I like to watch it. Yeah, everyone's different. Everyone likes different things. I know people who are super fans, and that's awesome. But for me, I guess I kind of like participate differently. You know what I mean, Chuck? Also, it was a pleasure seeing you at the Meetup too, man. But yeah, everyone's a little different, you know. I tried to get into F1. I see some people talking about F1. I tried to get into F1. Another thing that's just like, I feel like if I really wanted to get into watching anything, it probably be F1. But also, like, fuck, bro, honestly, like, low-key, I don't have a great attention span. So nice.
Got any $300 plus TKL Rex or anything so you notice that's coming up?
Yeah, but the Synovia. I would say maybe wait for that one there. That's a cool looking one. The comeback potential got me into F1. Did it? Watch Drive to Survive on Netflix. Is that the one with Brad Pitt? Or is that actually called F1? Actually, the one sport that I've never cared to watch ever, and I've watched random, bouts of sports. I cannot watch golf. That is the one sport that, count me out later, I cannot watch it. That one there's way more fun to play than it is to sit there and watch. I think it's so boring to watch. It is pure Z's for me, bro. I am nodding off the few times I've been roped into like sitting through it. I've never actually sat down and watched MMA or UFC or anything like that. Usually those are like pay-per-view and stuff, so I've never really watched them. I love golf. You like watching it, Oak? I love playing it, man. Honestly, golf is a fun sport to play. Believe it or not, I actually kind of like it the most out of everything these days. It's like chill, you know? But yeah, watching it is, oh man, I can't do it. I'm sorry, Oak. Unk? Bro, really is Unk? You guys all time this or something? You guys like talking about a private chat? Which plate do you like more? FR4 or CF? Depends on the board, but usually CF. It's an in your 30s thing. Golf hits so hard after 30? Okay, guys. Thanks. It's a 1900s thing? Oh, boy. Your next favorite sport will be bingo. I will die before I play golf. Or gloff. That's insane to say. Buying lottery tickets? Okay, you know what, everybody? We're bullying now, and this is getting a little out of hand. Unk already plays bingo? Bro, bingo gives you a rush. Let's be real. Don't even fucking front with me right now. There's a rush that comes with bingo. I don't care how old you are. Don't pretend like it doesn't give you a rush, alright? Don't pretend, dude. Your next real favorite sport will be brunch. The lineups, standing in line, power standing in for lunch. The rush to retirement. Okay, you know what? Adam is on the road to. So does Salt. Okay, you know what, guys? The same rush comes from gambling. All in on red. Nah, other gambling doesn't do it for me. It's just bingo. Bingo is fun. I actually hate gambling. Can we get him into an ambulance to the old folks' home? Was I gone for like years or just a weekend? I don't even understand anymore. You know what else old people like? Plain food. Sound familiar? Trivia nights to win a bag of meat? I'm about that, bro. Hey, listen. I don't care what anyone in this chat says right now. A trivia night to win a bag of meat? You know how much a bag of meat is these days? You know? I'm dying, laugh my ass off. I'm glad you're having fun. Actually real though? Bro, I would love to win a bag of just food at this point here, okay? Don't pretend. You probably asked for the pickles off your burger. I actually like pickles on my burger. I shared your photo album with my team at work. They were very impressed. Thank you. Yeah, okay, can I say something? To kind of gas me. Normally when I go to Meetup and I take pictures, I always just never really care about taking pictures. This is like the first time I've actually tried my best. I have another idea on how I can do it better next time. But dude, I had a lot of fun taking those. It was fun. Took your advice of the week and got a QK101 for my first mechanical keyboard. Loved building it with milky yellows. Question about stabs. If the keys feel sticky or slow to return, is that too much or too little? Too much. Probably too much, and what probably happened, so to help you out here, CTA, is see the bottom right over here? Well, when you go in to put lube on the wire, sometimes what happens, you put too much on the wire or you just fill up the stab too much of lube and it ends up seeping underneath the stem area, right? And what happens after that is they create like a little suction against the PCB and it gives it this like sluggish feel. Sometimes it's just too much lube on the wire, but a lot of the times that's what happens because it kind of suctions itself right to the PCB. Can you make that sound? too shy. Yeah, it ends up suctioning. All right, and then you have to wipe it away. So I'd clean it up a little bit. Your keys could also be warped. If your spacebar is warped, it'll make the whole movement stick. Yes, there's also a bit of that too. Phrasing. Okay, you know what there, buddy? A little bit too much phrasing. Also, this Synovia is super funky looking. Curious how you like the top mount feel. I got to look at it at the meetup. It is quite nice. I think it feels really good too. I think if you use a plastic plate, you'll really like it. I should be building one soonish, but pretty excited for that one there. Seeing that in person made me go, whoa. For a TKL, I'd say it's pretty nice. HJ, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Gingy.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Dirty Gingy. They have given 9 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you. I hope Alex still does, because I bought a tub of it. I always used Alex. Look, it's right here. Probably going to use it today. Because I don't think this particular stab needs 205. I use it all the time. It's still my grease of choice. How am I an hour into stream and have only done stabilizers? Oh yeah, because we did photos prior to this. Oh no, a little moth or fly got in. It's because I was in and out of the front door today. So I was bringing a lot of packages outside. Damn it. XHT BDZ for the win. I should use mine more often. I have so much of it still. Hey, I look at Sunday photos sometimes. CTA, if you're really smart and delicate about it, and you have a plate that kind of allows you to do it, you can unscrew the stabs or kind of pop them out. And if you just grab a really thin, like chopstick or toothpick and like paper towel, kind of just slide it underneath and wipe it away. You can try that first. So, how are the Granite Classic switches stock lube? In terms of like how much do I like? Are they good or not? I think they're really good. I think it was really, really good. Yeah, dude, Chuck. Thanks for the kind words, by the way. I know you said something earlier, and I meant to read it, but then I got sidetracked speaking about something else. So happy you did it. You took 0 and wouldn't have had any shots of my spread. Oh, yeah, no, dude, it was my pleasure. Like, I never really... I always get distracted or just go, I don't feel like it, because sometimes taking photos feels like work. But I think that little Fuji camera, like a little point and shoot, doesn't... It feels more like, you know, quick snaps. I'll be honest, I missed a lot of shots. Like, there was some bad ones, but the ones I took really like turned out good. So I'm very much happy that I ended up bringing this little camera. I think I just got to bring little cameras to meetups, because as much as I'd love to bring the big cameras, it doesn't really make sense for me because I keep getting pulled aside, you know? Alex, I have a hard time finding sound tests of acrylic versus aluminum/brass plates on the same stacked acrylic boards. In your experience, how do they sound and feel compared to each other? So stacked acrylic in general has a very particular sound profile. It more sounds like a plastic board. You are going to get some bright sounds out of using aluminum. So I would say that if you're looking for something a bit more sharp and clacky, just go with the standard aluminum stuff. But if you're looking for that foamy kind of sound or plan on making something a bit more foamy, then yeah, I'd say just do the regular and just do, you know, plastic plates. You got some sick pictures from my area. I had the 1500 gram Neo and Matrix NOS. Dude, it was so cool. Look, there was there 2 or 3 boards with 1500 gram springs? I was shocked to see 2. Mr. Bull. We got to see Mr. Bull. Bull brought a Manta to the meetup, by the way. That was cool. Bull built it actually really good. Like, he had built it the day before and he like killed it with it. Ow. I'll try to get in on the Zenobia. Thanks for the rec. You got me back into keyboards watching the streams again. Thanks. And now I want a good homeboard as a last hurrah. Hey, dude, there's some good 65s coming out too. I'm glad that I got you kind of back into it. It's a fun hobby to be in. If you don't go too crazy with things, I feel like it's a very fun hobby to just chill out, enjoy the keyboards, enjoy the people. What was the build? Sorry, Flip. What was the build for what? And in less than an hour, how cool is that? What's less than an hour in it? Oh, for the Bull's Manta. Oh, Bull's Manta. Bull, what'd you build it with again? Was it SW or not SW? It was fuck, what were those switches called? I know this. I'm thinking of Onyx switches. I was about to say like Black Ice or something. But the carbon fiber PCB was insanely nice with those. It was such a good combination. I think I'll just stick to maybe 1 or 2 boards max per year. Dude, I love that you're responsible like that, dude. I'm also kind of like, I'm back on that responsibility train right now. And I think that if you can still enjoy the hobby with like 2 or 3 keyboards a year. You can just, you don't have to spend money every single waking moment you get. And if you do want to spend money, then you do you. If you don't want to wait around for things, but 2 to 3 sounds better. Yeah. Even 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. Hey, unrelated, why does Gibraltar in Apex Legends sound like the Hawaiian uncle from Rocket Power? I have never played Gibraltar. I suck at playing Gibraltar. The only person I'm good at playing is Caustic. And then I'm getting really good when I was playing at... What's that guy's name? The Fuse, the one with the mustache. But I suck at playing Gibraltar. How do you feel about League of Legends? Like actual League or TFT? Because I like me some TFT. TFT is fun. Fuse is cool. He looks like, what's his name from Escape from New York? Which one? Who? TFT, I'll take it. I've been playing that. Well, I think it's over now, but I was playing that Shen's Ascent thing. But that's been tough, actually. The RNG does not like me there. Now I have a board to fit everyone, or every one niche. Every one niche that I'm really into. Okay, it just disappeared. I've dedicated one of them into a switch tester, and I'm spending my board funds on keycaps and switches to change the sound and feel. I think everyone kind of goes through that phase, which I love. Everyone kind of does. I love that. Keep things fresh with vibes. Dude, for real. That's all to me, that's what hobbies are. Hobbies are... Half the fun is building things and like, trying new things, and then half the fun is just sharing it with your friends and seeing what they're doing, What are some cool 65s you said were coming out? Oh, to name them all off the top of my head would be extremely tough. I don't really remember all of their names, but there's a new Bauer coming out. There's some other fun stuff. There's yeah, it was at the... Oh, wait. You weren't there, Annette. Annette, by the way, were you here at the beginning of the stream when I proved that Adam and Avo are 2 different people? Alex, you got to get on OSRS and play some Gridmaster. What's that? Yeah, they're different people. I met them both. I still can't prove if one of them is not you, but for another day, perhaps? Lies? Hold on. Hold on, my friend. Sus? Let me scroll down and find it now. One momento. they're real. One of them is a paid actor. Who would you say is the paid actor? AI? Dude, honestly, I kind of feel like if the meetup went on for another 2 hours, I wouldn't have been upset. Usually it's the opposite, where I think like 4 hours is enough time. But I actually think another 2 or 3 hours would have been perfect this year. But I do think the vibe of the meetup this year was like insanely good. So it was super, super, super good. Window capture off. All right, let's put some stabs in this thing. Did this take place in the Royal English Saloon? All right, buddy. Alex, should I buy Geon 22 Mill Springs or TX 18? Ooh, well, the 22s are going to be a bit snappier. I'm a big fan of 22s. So, I'm going to give you the answer of get 22s. The venue was sick. I got hella wasted last night because the Blue Jays are headed to the World Series. I heard, and I'm happy for everyone who likes sports. Where's my Geon? Dude, I haven't been home in so long that I don't know where I put anything. Oh, boy. Where is my screwdriver? Huh. Alright, well, I guess I'll find it later. I'll just use this screwdriver for now. Forgot it was an enemy territory? For what? I put 22s in my gaming board, 18 in my typing board. Do you like the extra snap from the 22s? Beauty. Oh, MLB. You're not in enemy territory with me because I don't know what's going on. Hey Alex, serious question. If you had your eye on a TKO in win keyless only to find out the colorway you want or 100% want only has win key left. So wait. You want it win keyless and it has win key? I would just get the win key. Hear me out, Boxster, because you don't know the future. What happens if one day you end up not liking win keyless? I think get the color rather than... I don't know. For me, I've grown to... Oh, yeah, okay. I would probably get the win key. I'd pass, to be honest. Yeah, what does everyone else think if it didn't have win key or win keyless and it only had win key? 3D print some blockers? That would be a fun one. I'm on team, I would probably get the win key. But then again, I've been very open to both style of boards these days. Like win keyless and win key, so... Yeah, I think having the extra keys these days is just something I like having on my boards. If I was super set on wanting a board, I would get it regardless. Yeah. Ooh, my stomach's growling. But I'm also a win key enjoyer. I would probably get it if it's missing the thing you want and it has the color, but it's still available, and you have your heart set on it. I would probably get it. What's the other color you're thinking of? Or the old navy one? Oh, you're asking the wrong guy. You're asking the wrong guy because for me, I would probably never even consider buying a navy board. I also think navy is a bit tough to use. Yeah. Also, when Neon said you can just find someone to trade. That's why you didn't take pics of my board. One of them was navy. Oh yeah, I avoided navy keywords at the meetup like the plague. They were yucky. Green bronze is also a solid color, by the way. I'm so much biased to Win Keyless that I accidentally bought a Win Key Cloudline Smog and was okay with JGW changing it to an A-stock Win Keyless top. Damn, I didn't know there was people with like such heavy biases towards that. By the way, we'll open up the keyboard here and explore it in a bit. To talk a little bit about the PCB right now. The PCB, pretty standard fare for hot swap. It doesn't look like there is a metric butt ton of options. But I would say there's a few small options like step caps lock, it looks like, and oh, you know what? I thought there was 2 options on this caps lock or the backspace here, but it looks like we only get 1 option. So it's a pretty fixed layout for this board. Pretty fixed. Again, though, it's hot swap. Not all hot swap boards have tremendous amount of layouts, so I feel like for this board it kind of doesn't matter. I love blue, it's my favorite color, and I have Norse. Very tempting, but I have 2 navy boards already. Yeah, see, that's tough. But, I mean, if your need to have the Win Keyless board means more to you than the color selection, then for sure. But if you just have your heart set on the color of the board, and you really want the board, then I would say, yeah, sacrifice the Win Keyless thing for Win Key. Personally. Hello, King. Hi, Kang. How are you? Hello, hello. Oh, they came with an extra staff. That's nice. All right, cool. So, layout-wise, again, this is looking pretty standard fare. We don't get a whole crap ton of options, which I am not heartbroken about. But now I gotta decide on a plate. Do we do aluminum? Or do we do plastic? Such is the tough question now. I'm thinking aluminum for fun, right? I think aluminum's the way. 'Tis the way, I think. It seems to be like a silicone kind of gasket thing you wrap around the plate. Maybe a bit of a friction, if you want to call it. I have to read up on exactly what they're using for mounting here, which we can do right now. So, mounting wise, do they have a little bit about this? Not really. Oh, the front height is 15.5 mil, which is not bad. Hellcat boasts one of the lowest profiles in its class. Doesn't really give you a whole hell of a lot on internal. Oh, structural innovation? Fully wrapped O-ring structure. So yeah, I guess it is kind of a friction fit in a way. But I don't exactly know what to call this. It doesn't... It probably won't be a super big friction fit. But kind of like a friction gasket combo? Sort of something like that. Interesting nonetheless. Yeah, I'm curious to see what I think about the mount as well. Alright, aluminum it is. We'll do no foam for this guy. Worst case scenario, we add some foam in. I wonder if I should put this on first. I guess I can do this afterwards, right? How easy is this to do afterwards? Or maybe I should do this first. Maybe that, yeah, I think this would be easier to do this first. Okay, this is really easy to put on. So really this is just kind of hooking into here. And then you wrap it around. But I do think this would probably be easier to do without switches installed. Interesting. And then it kind of... Ah, I like that. That is neat. That is actually really cool. And then does the PCB... Oh! Oh yeah, I would probably really recommend doing this prior, but... Then this gasket thing... Oh no, maybe this does work better afterwards. Hold on a second. Interesting. So it kind of double wraps... Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, maybe we do put on the switches first then. That would be easier. So, blue cheese switches. Using this gasket in place of a plate fork is the way to go. Oh, true. That probably would work as well. Super neat mount though. Yeah, this is neat. Warm regards. How you doing, Ross? How you doing, man? This strikes me as an aluminum plate board. I mean, here's hoping it sounds good with alu. Alright, I just want to put in one more switch here, and I kind of want to put on that gasket just to see what it does. See how this kind of installs. Okay, so... Alright, this is actually pretty easy to put on. Yeah, I actually really like this idea. This is neat. Oh, this completely sandwiches... Interesting. That is actually pretty cool. Alright. I almost wonder if this is going to sound more like an O-ring mounted board now. That is really neat. So it's an O-ring. It's kind of an O-ring, but it technically works also with, you know, clip-in or screw-in stabs. And I feel like it can get into the nooks and crannies of the plate and kind of isolate the plate a little bit better. Like, realistically, the only opening is this little opening right over here. Everything else is covered. Do I get to keep this board? I have no clue. But I did mark it as sponsored, just because I have no clue if we get to see this or not. But as per usual, goes without saying, doesn't stop me from being critical. I think I've been pretty critical of Owl Labs in the past. So much so that they almost feel like they didn't like me for quite a long time. It's okay. It's okay. We back at it, though. We back at it. They're good people. They learn from the criticism we give, right? Tough love? Exactly. Interesting. Impossible not to like you, Alex. They're just being they're just not they are just selective now. Perhaps. Perhaps. In the short time I've been watching your content, I don't think I've seen a piece of undeserved criticism from you, to be honest. Thank you. I try to be very fair with my criticism. Jabronis, how you doing? Did you see some of the meetup photos? How you doing, man? I have a few other photos that are not really part of the meetup that I need to still edit. From some of like the dinners and stuff and breakfasts. You might have high standards, but you're never harsh for the sake of it. Yeah, I feel that's also something I don't like. Being is very harsh for the sake of just being harsh. I feel like that comes off a bit, I don't want to say rude, but it comes off a bit like elitist sometimes, like just to find something wrong for the sake of having a piece of criticism. Thank you, man. It was good seeing you. Actually, I'll be honest, the one thing that I am so glad after years of scratching my head, honestly feeling bad about myself. If I can speak to you guys like very, very open, I've always thought like I give criticism, but people would nitpick at like, I don't know, my word selection for things, or the fact that I wasn't like super always like high energy about certain criticisms. Like if I said something and it didn't have like kind of anger or a tone of some sort to back it up, it would be kind of invalidated as not real criticism. So I am glad that after what feels like years of being told that I'm like always too nice, that people are kind of seeing that, oh, I actually do give some valid criticism. And I think I've made some decent changes to parts of certain keyboards and projects, and just maybe in general. But it's been nice to see that, like, yeah, I'm not crazy, because I was feeling a bit crazy. Thinking, am I not delivering criticism well enough? So yeah, I don't know. It's been a wild ride, I'll say that much. I appreciate that, KBK. Some want boards to be slammed. Yeah, I definitely feel that as well. Like, some people really want kind of like the raw, fuck this up kind of keyboard style, but it's definitely not who I am. Are we gatekeeping criticism? Dude, I kind of feel like people were. I think so. Been away. Did Alex change cameras? No, same cameras. I do want to pick up a... Dude, I hate myself for this right now. I want to get back into macro photography. And I had a macro setup for one of my Fuji cameras at one point. But I ended up selling off that macro setup because I have no good reason to tell you. But I still have a Sony macro lens. Thing is, I don't really have a Sony camera right now that's available other than my FX30, which I don't think is a great photo camera. I've already tried. It's just all right. It's nothing special. In fact, I think it kind of struggles in some cases. But I do really, really want to pick up, perhaps, I'm not sure, a new Sony camera just for the sake of doing that. Is the FX30 worth for video? I would personally say yes. I think it's a very, very capable camera. One thing you do have to kind of watch out for as you go and align things here is just make sure everything's properly pressed in. Some of the plastic is getting like caught on certain edges. All right, we're good. I have a Mode Sonnet first version. It's still a good keyboard. Absolutely. Super good keyboard. The Mode Sonnets are all fantastic. This is like the Neo Ergo but fancy. Dude, honestly, if this types and feels like the Neo Ergo but fancy, then fuck yes. Honestly, don't think I've ever seen a single board I like every part of, but like that's the fun of the hobby. Exactly. Every board does something well and not something not well. Yeah. You might eventually stumble into your Grail keyboard, right? Your aha moment for keyboards, but except the F1. A lot of people just come to your video expecting an opinion that will tell them what to do with their money, and when they don't get the answer, they end up not knowing what to do and comment like, if he loves it, I'll buy it. If he hates it, I won't. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of think for me kind of answers for sure. I'm curious why they didn't go around all the way even more. It looks like they could have with this particular gasket. See what I mean? It looks like maybe at one point they were deciding that this can go all the way around over here. Kind of surprised it doesn't. Interesting. Huh. feel like keyboards are as audio. A good keyboard stays a good keyboard later down the line. It's true. Honestly, I don't think keyboards become non-relevant unless there's like a major fix for a keyboard. Then maybe they're not as relevant as they would. But Cough Manta? What about the Manta? Yeah, the Manta's just alright, you know. I still love the way Bull built the one at the meetup. That was really good. Really, really, really good. Nice cut, Alex. Thanks, man. I need to shave to go along with it now. But I actually, dude, I'm vibing with this haircut. I am loving it. Oh, they're not $10,500 per minter. It's $580. I think the fact that they put $10,500 is ridiculous and stupid as a placeholder price. They could have just put not in stock. But yeah. ET on Manta is looking like on time. Bull and I have an update for tomorrow, but from what we can tell, everything is on route to like be made on time. But we'll have a pretty fun update soon. I don't want to like overpromise anything, but we're really happy with the progress so far. Like everything's moving along as it should be. So, but yeah, no real big update because things are still being machined. So, and end of story there, you know? Can't really do much if things are being machined in terms of updates. Next project is in the pipeline. It's in queue to be made as a prototype. That's all I can say. What happened to the FETH was unfortunate. Do you mean the one that I built? Yeah, the one that I built was a bit unfortunate. I agree. I'm bummed out about that too. The the sea bass. Yeah, the one that I built. With the screws being all broken on the bottom meta. So how the fuck do I open this? So I gotta unscrew these particular screws. Yeah, my screws on my sea bass snapped off on the bottom, which is truly unfortunate. And then it wasn't even something that I could like give criticism on because they've already been sold and manufactured, so not really much I could do there. That's one of those situations where I kind of just shrug my shoulders and go, I wish they'd sent this out sooner. Alright, wrong bit. This bit? Nope. My friend's blocker plate was all bent. Yeah, I've been hearing some people having some other is there different bit sizes? There is. Yeah, I heard some people had some problems with theirs too, which is really unfortunate. I hope it gets settled. So we'll put these two screws to the back. So this is how we open this. I think that's one of the benefits of having these exposed screws. You get to kind of disassemble this from the outside like this. I really hope they can salvage it. I'm personally trying to avoid the inevitable drama there, but they're working on it. Yeah. I said this to someone and oh wait, those are screws in the back. I said this to someone as well, where at the end of the day, I guess I only need this one here. I guess like I kind of wish, and I'm not saying I'm the person to fix this. I wish they'd sent out the board to someone else prior to the thing even being manufactured, or I guess not even manufactured. Like just send prototype units or QC units to streamers. or content creators or an expert that's a third party, because I feel like you'll get more valuable feedback out of that. Just anyone who reviews things could have probably told you, hey, this ain't good. But yeah. Alright, so I think that's... Oh, there's 2 more screws. These ones. Okay. Whoa. So what do we got inside here? Wow. So, I have never seen this many pogo pins in a singular keyboard in my entire life. What the fuck is this for? Oh, an RGB thing in the middle. Oh, that's cool. Great use of pogo pins. Can you imagine this keyboard a few years ago where this was all ribbon cables and JSTs? Can you imagine? So kudos to them for actually implementing an easy way to put this together. A few years? Yeah, maybe even last year. Honestly, it could have still happened today. I'm looking at the Tenet. I'm reminded of the Tenet keyboard for that. So we got pogo pin here, pogo pin here, pogo pin here. This is for something or other. It's a screen of some sort. I'm guessing some sort of like LCD dot matrix sort of thing display. We have a screen over here. Really nice branding on this too. It's cool. I like that a lot. We have a middle pogo pin and 2 pogo pins over here. And the daughter board comes out on this side. Very nice. We have some silicone pieces here, similar to what we saw in the the QK80 CU, which looks like some sort of buffer for the keyboard. You can even see some of the marks on the aluminum from where that silicone piece has been sitting right there. It's an LED matrix, I think. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant, but I forgot the word. Thank you so much, KBK. Cool. This looks like a lot to disassemble, so I don't think there's really a need to get under here, which is fine. But I do like the stepped internals on this. The stepped internals are quite nice to see on this board. This floats a little bit. This one doesn't float because it's a screen, which makes sense. And that's a separate piece. These float a little bit, so that's appreciated as well. Can you read my last comment? Let's see. I see a black 6U spacebar right there if you ever need one. Thanks. Thanks, man. Neo Ergo has that force break. This really does feel like a beefed up Neo Ergo. Alright, let's start putting this together then. And this should literally be as fun and as easy to put together as the Neo Ergo, minus the catchball system, which is... We're putting that in place, and we're putting that in place. And that's the assembly of the board. That's pretty much it. So, we have assembled the board now. Now we get to screw it together. Kudos to them. This is crazy nice for that reason. And then we just put this like this. And that's it. Damn. Okay. That's... all right. Dude, I don't know. What's on my... Oh, it's this again. Something is on my desk just vibrating, and I hate it. But I don't know what it is exactly. I moved a lot of stuff off of my desk onto here, so... I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out later. What? Bending? Excuse? The Mass 80. Is that one by Milky Way? I feel like that's that Milky Way board, right? Springs on the adjustable arm. I don't know what it is. I moved a bunch of my printer stuff on my desk. So my desk is kind of cluttered on the right side. No. I think I know. It's probably one of my printer things. I do wish these screws were magnetic. I think that's a missed opportunity here for just ease of building. Bit of a missed opportunity, but it's fine. Touchscreen 80 board from them, yeah. Yeah, I'd need to. Honestly, that's one of those boards where I'd really need to see in person. That is tough to say. Oh, is there two different screw lengths? There is. Okay. So there is different screw lengths for the top piece and the bottom piece here. Before I start typing, though, I need to figure out what's causing that little rattle. Because it's kind of driving me up the walls, and I don't want that to ruin the sound test. Put these back on. Look at the fingerprint magnet. Well, we have the cover still on it. So we good at the moment. Okay, be careful as you screw these screws in for those maybe watching this back with the board. It does look like part of the frame, if you go too tight with this, actually bends. So just stop screwing the moment you feel pressure, as you should anyways. There's never should be a reason to crank your boards like that. That usually ends up causing more issues. Cute board. This is very cute. I actually really like this. This is a fun design. Normally, our labs boards are either too much of one thing or just all right. And it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, this is just okay. But this is fun. Torque all your boards with your nearest impact driver. Oh gosh. What torque settings should we use? A baby's touch. That's it. Crank that thing. Alright, let me find out what's... Oh. Is it something on this shelf? It is something on this shelf. Wait, it's not. What the hell is that? Sounds like a spring? I don't know. Desk frame? It's an arm or something? It might be. Okay, before I start typing, I need to figure out what it is, though, because it's going to drive me up the walls.
Good evening, Mr. Otos and
Good
chat.
evening, Links.
Today I learned about singly linked lists. Why would anyone call anything a singly linked list? It's very difficult to say singly linked list. Try saying it 3 times fast. Singly linked list.
What?
Singly linked list. Singly linked list. Singly linked list. Oops, I said singly linked list one too many times. Tomato emoji.
Is it this? Bro, what is causing that? It's something rattling against this. I just need to figure out what it is. Tomato? Oh, is this just not tightened all of a sudden? What is causing that rumbling? There's no way it's just my book. Oh, is it something underneath my desk? Oh, it is. Oh. It was a dangling power cable. We're good. It was a dangling power cable that was hitting the back of my cable management rack. Well, look, we're good now. Ooh. Say dangling power cable 3 times? Ooh. That sounds a little dangerous. Oh shit, was I supposed to put the... Oh no, these go in afterwards. Oh wait, no, maybe these were supposed to go in before. Oh well. I think these were supposed to go in prior, maybe? They probably were. They're just a little diffusers. Oh. Yeah, these are supposed to go in between, I think. But we didn't do that this time. It's fine, it's fine. So nice. Oh wait, what are these? Let me open this up one more time. Was that... I have a feeling I know what this was for. Snacks? Rip Lucky? What happened? Oh, way too lucky. Thank you again for the tier 1. What else? I got blocked? Oh, for saying dangling power cable? It's because it thinks it's spam. It's not my fault. It's just the auto mod. It's not like I tell it to block people. I didn't do it. Looks like a hassle to open. Ah, not really. It's 8 screws. It's really not that bad. I would say this is like standard fare for something like this. I really don't think it would be a great idea to put the catchball system into this, so... Was this like for this, I wonder? Again, I'm not positive, so I'm kind of guessing. For that, maybe? Although I don't think so. For this? Like that or something? I'm really not sure. Does it say what to use those for? On the little... They have a disassembly guide, but they should have like a little assembly guide as well. No, not really. I'm not sure. Alignment pins of some sort, perhaps. Doesn't really need to be aligned anywhere. I don't know. I don't know what these two pieces in particular are for. Edibles? Is there anywhere where they like align the top? Not really. And there's two of them. I end up keeping them. What's weird is I can't. Oh, dude, it sucks to say this, but like I can't insert the IEMs, these AirPods, all the way in, or they hurt. So, just one of those things I'll have to deal with for now. I actually don't know where these go, guys. I don't know what those are for. They don't really make it super clear what those are for. The only thing I can think of is perhaps it's for this. But no, that would stick out way too much. Or maybe that's the point? I'm not too sure. It does have a little divot there. So maybe this is what I'm thinking then. Maybe it is this. Maybe not. It looks so goofy there. I don't know. You know what? I don't think we actually need it anywhere, to be completely honest with you guys. So I'm just going to leave it out for now. I don't know. Again, it didn't make it super clear as to where those go. Do they go there to then align the top housing? It doesn't look like the top housing needs alignment, but I will clarify with QK or with OWLab. One thing I will suggest for them, if there is a build guide, then I'll eat my words right now, but a build guide in the box would be nice. I don't see one on here though. Yeah, I would love a little paper build guide, just like a quick diagram of how to build this for the insides. Although, like I said, it is extremely easy. But I think if they're going to include little parts like that, especially even with these, like little reminders, like not the biggest deal, but little reminders of like, hey, this goes here and that goes there. But other than that, it does seem like a really simple build, which I'll give them kudos to. That takes a lot of work to make it a super simple build. All right, now we got to decide on keycaps for this. What's the most amount of screws on a board? Like that I've had to ever unscrew? Dude, there's been boards with like 20 plus screws that have been absolutely ridiculous. Oh, technically, yeah. Topper boards are kind of crazy with screws. That is so true. Why do people say eat your words? I'm not sure. Oh my god, they finally added the chat on the side with your full screen on YouTube. Did they actually? Okay, I also think they should have done like magnetic screws. So far, very minor criticisms here. Magnetic screws to make an already easy build process even easier. These side screws are not the most flattering thing to do. For QK, I had to find their build guide on their website somewhere. Yeah, and this one's not even out yet, so... Alright. So, what are we gonna put on this? You know what? I really feel like dual shot's gonna be the answer here. What do you guys think? Dual shot? I feel like it would look good on this. Sumi? No, these are blue cheese switches. Oh, dude, this looks nice. I will say, this does look very pretty. It is a good looking keyboard. dual shot with accents, I do think dual shot would be sweet on this. Sumi might be also really sick on this as well. Windbreaker? I don't have that. Dual shot would also be fun because we use dual shot on the Neo Ergo. So it's kind of like a throwback. There's a yellow set. Boy. Get out of here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, dude. Sorry, guys. I do think... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do think this might be the answer. With some red accents. I do think this might be it. Instantly lost all the rapport I built with Streamer. No, you guys are good. Dual shot for the win. It is a very solid set. I feel like it's a weird set too because like sometimes I feel like dual shot would not actually go with a lot of things, but it actually kind of goes with a lot of things. So I vibe with it. Do we want to do all the accents or just a few? Oh, this is the wrong shift. Awesome hanging with you this past weekend. Hell yeah, man. Glad you made it home safe. Dude, I got stuck in the airport for so long. I hope you had a good journey home as well. I can't remember. I don't think you said you flew, right? Can you use the blue spacebar? We'll see if we can. Actually, I won't use this one. Should we do blue shift? I don't know. Yeah, you know what? We'll do some colorful accents for this. I'm gonna use my new keycap puller. Look at this thing. That pulled off really nice. Longer than last time? Well, I got there. Okay, my flight was supposed to be at 1:20 or something. And I got there at, just because I also tagged along with someone whose flight was supposed to be at 11:30. And then I decided, okay, well, I'll tag along and I don't mind having lunch at the airport. Then got there and it was not only a delay, so I woke up and they delayed my flight from 1:20 to 4 o'clock. So I was like, well, I already said I was going to go to the airport, so might as well. I'll just hang out for a few extra hours. 4 o'clock came around and they said delay to 4:15, and then it was a delay to 4:30. And then there was a delay to 5:15. Then the delay ended and the plane came at 5:30. So it was still a few minutes late because we were supposed to board by 5:05 and leave by 5:30. But then, of course, there were people who, not to be rude, who just don't care about the people around them. So they had called out it was a very packed flight. So nice. Thank you, Soundtrack. Appreciate you, man. That's very kind of you. They said it was a very packed flight. And then they said, hey, if you have carry-ons and they're too big, like, can you please see us and we can give you, like, free... It's basically they just throw it in the hole and then you get it. And then... They say that every time. I agree with you, Alaska, and usually it's overblown, but this time there was people with, like, dude, there were people with humongous, like giant backpacks and stuff like that, and tons of luggage, and none of them wanted to bring their thing up to the front. No, none of this stuff would have fit in the overhead. There was one guy who had like the most humongous carry-on, and then of course, not that they argue with anyone, but well, okay, a little bit they argue. The two people who had really packed suitcases just like did not want to give it up. So unfortunately, we had to wait for them to finish throwing their little fit, and then we got on the airplane. And then, of course, one of those same two people who brought way too many things, there was no room in the overheads, brought their stuff on anyways, after they got it tagged, and then the airport person, the stewardess or whatever, they came into the airplane and they're just like, yo, did you not leave your bag with us? And then they said, no, why would I? And it's like, bro, come on, dude. We're just all trying to get home. We've all been waiting. And then they said, well, I need something from that bag. I'm going to keep it here with me. And then they were arguing a little bit. It wasn't a long argument. Like, that was probably only like 2 or 3 minutes. But like, all these 2 or 3 minute interactions added up. And like, I was dead tired. So like, quite frankly, like, I just didn't care at that point there. Like, let them argue it off, I suppose. And then eventually she gets her way, and then she got to keep her bags on the plane. And then we're about to prep for takeoff, finally. And it's like 5:45 at this point, and they're doing their checks. And that same person with all the bags decides it's time to use my laptop. So you can imagine how that went. And then they got told to put the laptop away. And they were like stunned and confused as to why they should put the laptop away. But anyways, we ended up taking off around 6, which sucks. Because I feel like all those little mini interactions cost us about 30 minutes. So that was pretty much it though. That was pretty much it. That's the wrong spacebar. I did not have dinner at the airport. I had lunch. I had a burger, and that's really about it. But I probably, in hindsight, should have ate something. But it's okay. Yeah, I was a little bit bummed. Is this not the right spacebar for this? Oh, this is way too big of a spacebar. Hold on a sec. What spacebar do I need for that? It's both the same? Oh, they are. Okay, I'll get to the spacebar in a moment. Did you eat on the plane? It's only a 40-minute flight. So I didn't. Plus, eating on the plane, honestly, by the time they get stuff ready to eat, you only have like 10 minutes to eat. So I decided to not eat on the plane. But I got home. It's still like it still takes me about an hour to get home after I land. And then got home, and then me and my girlfriend had some food. So, but honestly, by the time I got home, I was so tired that I wasn't even like that hungry, if that even makes sense. I kind of just wanted to like drink water and go to bed. So pretty much how the night went. But yeah. It always seems to be the flights the back that seem to catch me off guard. Did you brush your teeth? Of course I did. I cleaned up, showered, went to bed, and passed out. That was the night. got a few more keys to put on here. Sorry for being slow tonight, guys. Gotta readjust, you know. Got you, Meta. Thank you. Those Regulicious pullers are so well crafted. Picking just one was a hard decision. Wait, which one did you end up getting? Out of curiosity. They're so nice, dude. So nice. R2. Oh, I need an extra B. Oh. Probably in this one here then. Because I don't see an extra B here. Okay. No extra B in this one. Expecting a quick stream from Alex is a newbie mistake. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. I usually give like a good solid 2-hour stream typically. There's the extra B. Typically this is like, I'd say it's a pretty fair time. I think so. Okay, good with that. Looking great. Yeah, this is looking super hot right now. All right, what else am I missing? I'm missing the minus and this guy, which are probably in this somewhere. I have so many things for this particular set that I had to put it in 2 different things here, or else it doesn't fit, unfortunately. Ooh, I do have some cool artisans we can put on this. It's finally fall here. Yeah. Beautiful, crispy weather outside. Cannot complain about those crispy weathers. I do love it. Makes me very happy. That is not that. Ooh, you know what though? I will put function here while we're at it. And then, can any of these go somewhere? Nope. Okay. So what am I still missing here? I'm missing just the minus symbol. Triple check to see what's not in here. Am I missing it? No, literally right in front of me. Okay. Thank you. Glad you made it home. Thank you, Secret Milkshake. Appreciate you, man. Alright, now we need this. So I need... We can put... No, I guess Alt would make more sense there. So let's get Control, Super, Alt. And then we can put some... Actually, let's do this. Let's do R1, R2, L1, and L2 down here. That looks cool. Oh, this is my first time kind of like seeing it on screen. This is nice. Oh shit. Okay. There's gonna be some LED bleed here because I totally forgot to put the diffusers in. So excuse the lack of diffusers if the LEDs pop up. Plug it in. Whoa! Has like a startup. Let me see that again. Pause, pause, pause. Let me see that again. That was sick. Has like a little... Okay. There's per key RGB, which you can't really see anyways. Ooh, this is really nice. That is, can we move this out of the way? This thing's heavy as fuck. Dude, all right. I'm vibing with this. Yeah, and then I don't know how to toggle all the things on the screen, but they got this cool thing down here too. Interesting. I don't know. Oh shit, that's a button. Oh my goodness. This is... You can color match this, I guess. That's pretty cool, actually. I kind of like it on this like pastel kind of color. That's dope. The animation for the caps lock is like so tough to see. I think they should have done something a little different for that. It just literally locks itself and you can barely even see it happening. And then the layer animation's interesting, but I don't know how to toggle layers on this right now. So is that a button? No, it's not a button. That is so cool, though. So you can make it like purple if they want. No, top one is not a button. Got a little orange going on there. Oh, it even has like a Windows and Mac mode. That's cool. It has like an indicator for that. I don't know. Let me show you guys a little closer. If that even, I don't even think it really makes a difference. But yeah, that's cool, man. That is so, dude, this is so nice. Oh, some more RGB on the back too. That's cool. This is a nerdy keyboard. I know, I'm vibing with it. Yeah, man, this is cool. Oh, that's a button here too. What does this button do? This little red thing is a button. So it clearly cycles through some different modes. Oh, as you type, this fills up. That's cool. I love the branding on this. This is cool. Can we see the back? Of course. I have to peel this piece off here. Let me do that now. Let's see if I can get a good angle on this. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm not gonna try right now. It doesn't seem like this. Maybe I have to disassemble this to take it off better. No, should be fairly. You know, it might actually work better here is if I just. No. All right, I cannot take this off right now. How are the side profiles? Give me 1 second, I'll tell you. So with the ears, this is the side profile. Cool. Pat, how you doing, man? This is 580 USD. All right. Now, let's talk about the keyboard itself. Before I do a typing test here. For $580, considering all the pieces you get, and I feel like all the features that are in this board, I think value perspective for like what you're getting, yeah, I think it's, I think the value's there. I think, to me, this is a little bit nicer than the Falqua. In all the right ways to make this kind of like its own thing. Falqua is obviously a little different, but I think this actually works very well. I 100% think you're getting your money's worth. If anyone's concerned about, am I getting $580 worth of stuff? Yes is the answer. Damn. The screens are what makes this the value. Even if they didn't put screens on this, I feel like just the sheer amount of parts on this and thought that went into the overall branding of this really pulls it through. Like, it really, really is a well put together project. It's like over the top in all the best ways possible. So let's see what the blue cheese switches do for this. There's no foam in this. Just aluminum plate, blue cheese switches, and GMK keycaps. Sorry, that wasn't pushed in all the way. I mean, dude, yeah, let me, like, type a little bit slower here, too. Well, the spacebars probably don't pop because we're using blue cheese switches, which are a very deep sounding switch. I don't hear any weird noises. I feel like I hear the desk. Are you guys hearing a desk? Really? I don't hear anything weird. It's the ghost of the bent desk. Oh, it tells you even what you're typing over here too. So you can get like... Oh, that's neat. Pick it up and hit some keys. Are you guys hearing something? I'm not hearing anything extra from what I'm just typing. Are you guys sure you're not hearing the fan in the background? Like the AC unit? He might be gaslighting me, you're right. Dude, I think it sounds pretty good. I feel like I hear a thud. What are the feet like on this? No, I don't think it's a thud. I mean, maybe I need a better desk pad for this. Oh, where's my headphones? I'm satisfied with it, so I'm off to bed. Bye, KVK. I don't hear a thud. Low end rumble through the desk into the mic. No, the mic's isolated. A lot of background and desk vibrations impossible to not pick up. Yeah, I agree with Walker on this. It could be... Let me see something. It could be that these feet are a little bit more shallow. I mean, very valid though. It could be a bit more of a shallow foot because this is not a very tall foot. Overall though, I don't think that impacts the sound that I'm hearing, to be completely honest with you guys. But, very beautiful keyboard. I am all for this. This is really nice. This was hot swap, yeah. A lighter switch? We can, here, I'll do this. I'll do you one even better. Let's pop some other switches into this. Maybe I'll put some milky yellows just so you see. The horns are goofy. You can take off the horns if you want. They have like little things. I really like this. Again, the only real criticisms I have is, again, I think if you're going to make something as unique as this, I know the goal is probably that they made this super simple to build, but I do think a build guide goes a long way. So yes to a build guide for me. I mean, dude, you can hear the difference of the milky yellows. And then these are the deeper blue cheese switches. It just goes to show you how deep the blue cheese switches really are. Blue cheese switches are really deep. They're really fun because they're really deep, but cool. I mean, overall, I'm happy with this. I think the sound profile is great. And no foam is so goated. Yeah, it's a very deep sounding board. I think if anyone's interested in this and wanted a deeper sounding board, yeah, blue cheese switches for sure. But this definitely has potential to be a good all-arounder for literally everything. I'm extremely happy with this. I think this is a very valid keyboard. Usually Owl Labs projects I'm meh about. I really like this one. I genuinely think this is dope. Like, look at this. This in the pink color for Darling, because they have a pink one too. It does have the wrist rest. Here, I'll show you guys. Let me open it up and pop it on the board as well. It's like wrapped, so just give me a second. So this is the wrist rest. I don't love the wrist rest. I dislike how it doesn't align properly. But, I mean, ideally... Yeah, I don't love this. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think the wrist rest, like, this gap over here... Is it backwards? This guy, bro. I'm sure it's the right way around. Why would it be this way? This is the way that's... Guys, I'm going to do it just so to prove you guys, okay? Why would it be this way? It's upside down? It's the side with the feet. I don't love the wrist rest. I think the wrist rest, in all honesty, would have looked way cleaner had this been like the same angles as this. But ideally, not to get kind of pretentious about this, if you're going to use a wrist rest, I would suggest, based off of a lot of stuff that I've learned, to bring your wrist rest a little further back, actually, if you're going to lean on it, because a lot of people do. Ideally, though, you really shouldn't use wrist rests for that at all. Wrist rests are meant for resting your wrists, so ideally you would still want to float your wrists as you type and then bring them down to rest. But if you are someone who's going to be using them, you know, to just lean, bring them further back. So weird, I know, but this is, from what I've learned from a lot of people I've spoken to, the ideal, probably the ideal way to rest your wrists in a permanent position, which again, you shouldn't be doing, period. You should be floating your wrist a little bit. But yeah, bring the wrist rest back. Yes, you should bring them back. Other than that, I'm not a big wrist rest guy. I'm vehemently against them. I don't think they're super great for you. But some people really like them, and hey, that's fine. But I would like make sure that you're getting the best use case out of this. I do like that it has some like little silicone bumpers over here so you don't scratch your board, which is nice. Again, would have liked it to fit more of like a form-fittingness over here. I feel like it kind of missed the mark for me a little bit, because this would have looked super cool as like its own fluid kind of product here. Because look at that, that would have been so neat. I do also want to point out that I really think the front of this board is so cool too. Look at that. So many just little aspects about this board just look so good. Very, very cool. Hot red, yeah, this is a nice board. Whoever gets lucky enough to get one of these, because this is a raffle system, I think you'll be very, very happy. Swap the ears, and like do it like this. I don't know about that. I think the gap looks weird. Yeah, I'm gonna put my foot down on this wrist rest. Weird decision. Very weird decision. I wish the horns were the same color. Really? I kind of like them being mismatched. I like when you can see the parts of the board and not hiding them forever when you use the board. What do you mean by that, Potato? Try Durox Sea glasses? I have. They're really nice. It's unnatural for an animal to have different horn colors. Okay, buddy. This guy, dude. Oh my god. Miss Sound Test, how was it? Well, the blue cheese switches are noticeably deep in this, which is awesome. I think they sound good on this. We did try just 2 Gatoron Milky Yellows. I genuinely think it sounded really good with the Milky Yellows. In fact, I would love to do a rebuild with Milky Yellows or something brighter. Obviously, everyone's sound taste and preference is different, but oh my god, I really like this board. This is a cool freaking board, dude. The cool design on the back that you can only see when you want to... Oh, you know, it's weird. As much as I like the design on the back, I much prefer all the fun stuff on the front. It's strange. Like this bedazzled Hellcat, to be critical about it, I don't love the bedazzled Hellcat thing. I think it's just okay. But I feel like it's not my favorite. I feel like they could have done this in a flat style and I would have been more happy with it. It does sort of look like... Yeah. I don't... Maybe that's like the least favorite aesthetic thing about the board. Everything else, though, is freaking awesome. Like, this whole board just has so much character to it. I love it. Although, I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to get this protective film off. I feel like they want me to disassemble the board. I have no clue how I'm supposed to get it off. It's, like, bubbled up on this side. Like, obviously, there's a film on it. You can see, but I don't know how to do it. Oh, well. When I saw your Insta story... Oh, no. Did you get a ticket or something? You gotta get off the film? I think I need to disassemble it all. I'll ask them. Cool, though. I am stoked about this project. This is sick, dude. I like this. This is nice. Feels more consistent than recent Owl Labs releases. Yes. Like I said, I think this is my favorite Owl Labs release in a long time. Every other Owl Labs release has been just okay. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't love their new redo of the Mr. Suit or whatever it was, that Vento or whatever it was called. This feels on theme, like they had a theme, they stuck to it, they did it. Clear inspirations from Matrix. The only thing I'm not vibing with is the bedazzled Hellcat on the back, and then this wrist rest. I think this wrist rest is just, they need to just make it the same width, man. I got all choked up seeing this thing in another video. I might be all weird with the design, but this speaks to me. Dude, I don't blame you. I really like this as well. Plugged in, this is even more, like, way more fun too. This is a lot of fun. It's a cool keyboard, man. No, I cannot fire up Minecraft tonight. I need to go to bed. I have been... My sleep schedule is all fixed right now, Adam. So, I don't want to... I don't want to fuck around with that anymore, you know? Dude, my desk pad's starting to pile a little bit. I'm sad. Alright, well. Fun stream. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the board. If I had the calculator, oh my god, dude. I just joined, can we get one more typing test? Absolutely, dude. Again, this is a bit deeper because the blue cheese switches, but I hope you guys enjoy the typing. And then actually, if we wanted to see the space bars with a bit of a brighter switch in them, because this is a deeper switch, like I mentioned. I'll pop in a milky yellow here. What was that noise? It's just because it didn't want to type. I really like the blue cheeses in this, but I still would like to see this with a milky yellow build. But yeah, the blue cheeses are fun in this. For proving to me this wasn't a dream and this keyboard exists, I hope you end up getting one, my friend. I love my blue cheese V2s. Yeah, me too. They're fun switches. Cool. Really like this. This is so cool. There's so many like little gems to this. Okay, you know what else I'm just noticing too? The middle fills up with LED as you type faster and type more. Check this out. Watch this. And then as you slow down, it comes down with you. That is cool, man. Again, if we type, it brings it up a little bit. That is so cool. I love that. There's just a lot of like little things to this that make this really fun. Hell yeah. I'm genuinely impressed. Yeah, this is fun. This is a really cool board. Like, this is one of those projects, again, that just, like, speak to me. And then there's, like, different modes to this. So cool, man. How high does it go when you normally speak? Okay, you know what, dude? Release date? It's technically out. You just have to enter a raffle. The raffle... Let me get the raffle for you guys. Let's see. Where the fuck is my... There it is. Okay. One sec. This is the raffle. Copy message link. Paste. Oh, that is not the right... There's a page that has just a ridiculous price. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me get you the actual thing then. Hold on, dude. How do I don't like how they just made this its own... Oh, here. Copy link. Okay. It's a different type of link. This is what they have. So it's like one of those Discord verification ones that I think I've seen in... someone wants to see the meter in top view. They have like the Discord ones, kind of like they have the other things. So why is your name .a on Discord? Oh, when I'm streaming, it's in streamer mode. Why is it called Copium? I don't know, guys. But that's the link. It's in Twitch chat if you guys are interested. All right, though, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I had a good time. This was a good stream. This was a good one. All right, let's go find someone to raid, shall we? Let's go find someone to raid. Yeah, when you launch OBS, it puts it in streaming mode. Who's nice and online right now? Who's nice? I don't know, man. Is anyone building keyboards? No, but let's go raid Yukina. Is it this one? Avo's going live? Actually, for real? If he's going live, I'll raid Avo, but no? God, dude, for real, on God? Stop lying? That's crazy. All right, let's go raid Yukina. Have a nice night, everybody. I will see you guys again tomorrow. We might do a double stream tomorrow, or just I might let you guys vote on what we do. But it will be another Cloud9 build, or we'll do the EC version of that 40% that we did. Either way, it's going to be fun, but I'll let you guys pick. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Bye, everyone. Love you. See ya.